As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
This is a message to all of you fighters out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
Strider 1, target destroyed. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
It's a Russian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean. Do not attack before target identification is complete. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Target destroyed.
Hostile has a lock.
Strider 1, target acquired. Strider 1, missile launched.
Strider 1 is down. Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns? It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
While image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
It is not machines that make the decisions work. It's people. Understand that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
Target is in machine gun range.
We're the only ones here on our side.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if we're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Nice work, Leo 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. We made it through the
Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
It's Erusian military.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Lafarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Strider 1, missile launched.
My engine vision! Where did that come from? I'm surrounded by nothing but friendly! No, the attack was an unintentional mistake.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
Target destroyed.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
Missile hit.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Signs of the clearing of affair at the beginning of this war are now gone.
It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes a traitor, Lafarge.
This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they?
Missile launched.
Where's that vehicle?
They've been set up in all the right places.
If they're not ruining our ideals, at what point is there liberty? It's not such a this country.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking? You guys are hoping to draw out the war, leading our country further into ruin.
Watch two.
Why didn't that hit?
That was too close for comfort. Behind the enemy. Turn right. No, wait, that goes into the ocean.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
Vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Strider 1, locked on target. Strider 1, tank destroyed.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong?
towards Gruner Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Take out those allied planes behind us.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Illusions.
Hostile has a lock.
The aircraft has 3 lines on its tail. Missile in the air, evading.
I'm hit. Get this guy off my back. Fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Breaking. Enemy has a lock.
ID'd as Ocean Forces. Ocean Forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
That vehicle is one of ours. Cease fire. The info just came through. Right. We're taking fire from our own allies. Is this place under rebellion too?
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Watch over the future include from behind that.
Breaking away.
We're taking fire. We can't hold off.
Missile away.
Target's been wiped out.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Shaking off enemy lock.
It's Erusian military.
Speaking with the commander.
Cease fire with the Ocean aircraft. General's orders.
We're under attack. Hurry up and do something. Missile inbound. Evade. Push it. Check your 6. Strider 1. Missile inbound.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Friendly lost.
Target is eliminated.
Strider 1, box 2.
The enemy shows no signs of letting up. This car's not gonna last.
Strider 1, enemy has a lock.
I've got him in my crosshairs.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Attempting to break enemy lock.
Missile closing. Break! Break! The plane just passed under the bridge. You better hang on. It's about to get bumpy.
My plane is icing up.
They actually believe that using robots to put an end to bloodshed.
Critical escort objective destroyed. Mission failed. Abort mission. members of a military group calling itself the Free Illusions. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Scratch for material. Now those guys are part of Rose's penal unit. They actually believe that using robots will put an end to bloodshed.
Enemy confirmed destroyed.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! Fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice. Fight! Breaking away! You want us to wait and see if they're friendly? Punch 2! Strider 1 is down!
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Illusions. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Unknown aircraft approaching! Those 3 strikes. I heard scratches on the tail mean that it's part of the penal unit. All rebels must be taken down. I'll show you morons what it means to use your head to fight and not just instinct. Fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped. Strutter 1, AA gun destroyed.
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice.
Strutter 1, Fox 2.
Fight! Breaking away! Fire smoke! 3 strikes a punch. Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Erusia is in a civil war.
We have no choice! Fire!
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Strutter 1 crashed. Members of a military group calling itself the Free Illusions.
Strider 1 is down.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Illusions. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Locked on bandit. The drones aren't receiving my orders. I was wishing to my vehicles right now.
Cease fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Strutter 1, Fox 2.
It's 3 strikes. This is a member of the penal unit doing crying or play. Open fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
We have no choice!
3, launching missile.
You radicals were so busy developing UAVs, you forgot to develop creative pilots. You are a disgrace.
Missile.
Enemy got away.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tanker.
Missile.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Oh yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our general's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radios? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Unidentified aircraft in the tropics.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something. Missile.
Bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
Caution.
The general is speaking with the commander. An armored vehicle is behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out! Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it. We're taking fire! Take care of them!
They don't respond. Shoot them down.
We still have drones in our word from these talks.
Missile.
Watch over the future revealed from the high heavens.
Missile.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off!
Missile. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
They actually believe that using robots will put an end to bloodshed. We're taking fire from vehicles blocking our path!
Destroy aircraft that carry marks on the tail. They're penal unit rebels.
We're under attack! Hurry up and do something! Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off. The enemy shows no signs of letting up. This car's not gonna last.
Weapons on!
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Ocean forces at landfill number 4. You're firing on our VIP. You're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have survived a few more shots like that. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Something like that.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. Conflict concluded. Regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation.
You heard the comm. There are no friendlies out there.
The Erusian government has defined these groups, along with those trying to independently make peace with Ocean, as rebels.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belgian technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters.
and then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Lucy is responsible for Harling's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel.
I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Enemy's got luck.
Missile launched.
Locked on bandit. Target destroyed by Strider 1.
It's Erusian military. ID is Osean military.
How's you last long, Caster? If you've reached it, we're here to help.
Critical escort objective destroyed. Mission failed. Abort mission.